Hi friends, you might be aware that we had asked students to put up their challenges that they are facing for May 23 examination. One of that was how to study for longer hours. For that we already have one video. Another question which has come up is that there is a fear that we might forget stuff, the things that we learn before the examination. Now this is a very valid concern, and a lot of you who are watching these videos would also be going through similar kind of situation, because I as a student also went through similar kind of situation. In fact, before my accounting exams, I forgot the format of cash flow statement. Where will that working capital changes come? Where will I adjust the debtors, creditors? What will be the order? Suddenly it went blank, right? Now, a lot of you also might be facing similar situation, especially when you have to remember a lot of stuff like penalties, due dates, timelines, and it is natural. First thing you have to acknowledge is you are not the only one who is going through these kind of situation. Almost all the students would be going through these kind of situation in one form or the other, because syllabus is vast. So much to read, so much to remember, it is humanly impossible. We are not some artificial intelligence engine, or we are not Google where we can remember everything. We don't have a hard disk where we can remember and recall everything whenever we want. So first thing I want all of you to accept is that yes, we are human beings and we tend to forget. That's the first thing. Second thing is, it is not mandatory to remember everything which is given as a part of your syllabus. So do you mean that we don't remember anything? I don't mean that. There are some areas where you may be finding difficulties in remembering. If at all after reading 2 times or 3 times you keep on forgetting, don't waste extra effort there and worry about that you are not able to remember. You know what will happen? There are few areas. For example, I had challenges in remembering the rates for NBFC. I tried 2-3 times, but I could not remember. Okay. Then, when I could not remember that, what I thought was, okay, I'll keep this aside. Let me focus on other areas. Because if I keep on focusing on what I cannot remember, then when will I focus on things that I can remember, right? So say, out of 100, you are not able to remember 10. It's perfectly fine. You must be able to recollect those 90, right? That is the first thing. Second thing is, how many of you have experienced when you were writing your 10th exams, 12th exams, foundation exams or inter exams, that before the examination hall, you are able to recall everything. After the examination hall, after the exam gets over, you are able to remember everything. But in that examination scenario, everything appears in Greek and Latin, everything you have forgotten, right? You have gone through these scenarios. A lot of time you make silly mistakes. A lot of time you are not able to recall advantages, disadvantages, whatever the case may be. You have gone through that. And the reason for that is stress. Because you are stressed about the examination, because you have this fear in the examination, you may not be able to recall everything that you have learned. So sir, what is the solution for this? One solution that you can try is, whenever you are anxious, whenever you have this fear, whenever your heart is beating at such a pace that even the student sitting next to you can hear it, if that is the situation, pause, acknowledge that yes, you are getting scared, acknowledge that you are having this fear factor, close your eyes, take deep breaths. Take deep breaths. Once you take deep breaths, slowly the anxiety will go down and maybe possible you will be able to recall. I am not saying 100% you will be able to recall, but maybe possible, higher chance that you will be able to recall. And if at all a question comes in the examination that you are not able to recall the answer for, what you need to do is keep it aside. Don't start getting your ego involved. I spent 3 days to remember this, I made so many notes, but I am not able to recall this. Don't fight with the question. You are not able to recall, you are not able to recall. Leave that question, move on to the next question. Maybe subsequently, once your mind is slightly better, you may be able to recall that, right? So, very important, don't fight with the question in the examinations hall. That is another thing. Then, the next thing that you can implement is some things which you consistently forget. Write in your own words, write in your own language, make small notes, make small sticky notes, paste it in front of your study table. Paste it at a wall, maybe paste it next to the mirror in the morning when you brush the teeth, just revise. Other family members may have an issue, you tell them, CA exams are important for me, so I'll put it there, right? So have it there where you can see, where you can revise. That is what will help you to recall things which you think you have forgotten. And a lot of these concepts, you believe you have forgotten, but you have not actually forgotten. When you see the examination question, you will be able to recall. And how to handle these situations in the examination? Very simple. In exams, we are given 6 questions. Apart from these 6 questions, whatever extra knowledge you have, forget them. Forget them, focus on those 6 questions. But now you may say, sir, how can we forget things we have learned? You will not forget. There is somewhere it is stored in your memory, it is stored in your mind, just that you are not able to recall at that point of time. For example, for a lot of you, it may happen that you keep your keys, bike keys, or maybe home keys, you keep it somewhere and you are not able to search for them. Now, you have kept it somewhere, but why are you not able to search for it? Because when you were keeping that keys, when you were placing that key at a particular place, you were not paying attention. So when you are studying, if you are paying attention, there are high chances that you will recall. If you are not paying attention, if you are just watching the videos as if you are watching Netflix and Amazon, if you are reading a study material as if you are reading a novel, then it becomes difficult to recall. The time when you are studying, please focus on studying, concentrate on study, and I'll bet you will improve your recalling capabilities. You will be able to recall and reproduce in the examination. And lastly, writing practice is very, very important. Now, whenever you are learning theory, or once you have completed, let's say, some specific topics or some specific chapters, try to note down the important points. Try to recall and revise immediately. Okay, these are the 5 advantages. These are the 5 disadvantages. These are the 5 points. These are the 8 steps. Try to write them in your own language or in your own words. When you write, you will be able to recall better, right? So that is one more thing which you can implement, that instead of just reading, read and recall and write. That will actually help you better recall the things that you have learned for the purpose of examination. I hope that these tricks that I have shared with you will actually work for you, and if at all you found them useful, or you feel that your friends will find it useful, do share with them. Do like this video so that we can reach more and more students.